I'm Aaron Mehta, Editor-in-Chief Breaking Defense. I'm here with Michael Morrow, he's our Air Force reporter. We're going to break down day one of the AFA conference here in National Harbor. Michael, off the top, Secretary Frank Kendall today was pretty open. He said, we're not going to make a lot of news for you guys. But there were some tidbits. I think probably the biggest news is on CCA, the loyal wingman drone that the Air Force is working on.
Right. So first we had the actual aircraft from General Atomics and Anduril featured on the show floor downstairs from where we are. Big day for both of those companies. And additionally, we heard some more details about the program itself. So we heard details like Secretary Kendall saying how these aircraft need to operate within line of sight communications of their operators. And to ensure that there's sufficient human control over them. And that's something that Secretary Kendall has talked with us about, and it speaks to the challenge the Air Force is having in introducing autonomy into its weapon system, that this is still a big issue that they're working through.
Yeah, and obviously line of sight, that potentially indicates there's going to be different con ops, like how these things are actually going to be operated. So that matters, even though it's kind of a small detail. So related to the CCA is NGAD, which is the Air Force's next generation fighter, a program that maybe 6 months ago we would have thought would be a big focus here, but since then, Secretary Kendall's announced that they're doing kind of a rework, rethink on that. Still, he gave a little bit of information about it today.
Right. Something he was clear about is even though work is paused right now as they kind of take another look at design, ensure it's the right platform, the right concept for what they need, that work needs to finish quickly. The Air Force is building the 26 budget right now at the Pentagon. They need to field this as quickly as possible. So he said he wants to, get this done within a few months. And in addition to that, we also had a discussion about the cost in a roundtable with Secretary Kendall today. And he talked about getting the cost of it somewhere in the ballpark in F-35, F-15EX, high tens of millions, under 100 million. Whether that's feasible, that's certainly a challenging question for the Air Force to answer. And as their analysis plays out, we'll know more once all of that wraps up.
Yeah, obviously that's a cost target, we should say.
Right.
No guarantee there. Let's talk a little bit about tomorrow and what we're looking forward to there. Seems like the biggest thing might be a tone setter from the Chief of Space Operations.
Right. So we have the keynote from General Saltzman tomorrow. We have roundtables with senior Space Force officials. We also are expected to hear more details about the Air Force's and Space Force's ongoing reoptimization for great power competition. And there will be a panel on that tomorrow, and I assume many of the speakers here will be talking about it because it is really one of the biggest undertakings the Air Force is carrying out right now.
Yeah, kind of a signature thing for General Alvin, the Air Force Chief of Staff.
Right, yeah, exactly. This is a big change the Air Force needs to make. And we heard some details on that today, like a provisional integrated capabilities command. Perhaps we'll get more details tomorrow on some of the finer aspects of the reoptimization initiative.
All right, so for that story and many others, stay at breakingdefense.com. We have a lot of coverage coming. We'll also be shooting another video the next couple of days to get you set up for what you need to know on day 3 as well. Until then, thanks for watching.